What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Red Panda with Arcane here today, and I hope you're all keeping very safe with everything going on in lockdown. So today we're going to be looking at the first patch notes that are coming to Warface later this week. Now, if you're not subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video to keep up with all your Warface Breakout needs. But without further ado, let's get into the question of the day and then what's coming to Breakout in the first patch. So the question of the day is, what is your favourite weapon to use currently in Warface? So leave your opinions below and let's actually get right into what's coming and what's changing. So let's start off with what people will see as the most important. There's going to be a few weapon balancing changes coming in this update. Bear in mind, all this information that I'm getting is off their Twitter. You can fact check it yourself if you want. So the first thing they're going to be doing is buffing the shotguns. So for those of you who have messed around with a variety of guns, you'll know firsthand that the shotguns in Warface just aren't where they should be. It seems like the damage range isn't very good on them, and a good SMG will almost always outclass them at anything other than like 2 feet away. Luckily, Breakout devs have noticed this and will be implementing a buff in the upcoming update for shotguns, saying, quote, "Shotguns lack impact." They haven't gone into detail as to how the shotguns will be buffed, however, I personally believe that there will be at least a damage range increase to the shotguns. The snipers are also being buffed. As of launch, the final snipers in each team are the only 2 that are usable in all scenarios. They can actually one-shot anywhere on the body. Any other sniper in the game has to rely on headshots to do any significant damage to the opponent. No specifics were mentioned again as to the buff, but I presume that they would at least be given an upper torso one-shot kill. Again, that's just speculation, but they might implement that and maybe some recoil reductions for the semi-automatic sniper. Raindrops have also been a huge complaint from the community, as the majority of gunfights end up in screen crashing and tearing, and luckily this will also be resolved in the patch that's coming. This should also fix any hit reg issues that occur. It seems to be matched into one. I mean, countless times on my side I've sniped someone with my aim perfect on them just for the game to not even recognise that that shot has been taken and has directly impacted the opponent. There's also been an issue with matchmaking where on occasion your squad would be split up and placed on opposite teams. Devs have also looked into this one, and once the patch rolls out, this should no longer occur, and you should finally just be able to play with your squad without 1 or 2 of you being on the opposite team. Keeping with the matchmaking, sometimes teammates would actually spawn on the opponent's side or in the middle of the map during the game. This will also be resolved. Footstep audio is also to be adjusted. I'm presuming that they're going to increase the audio of enemy footsteps. As of right now, an enemy could literally sneak up and stab you in the back and you wouldn't have any idea that they're even there. It appears that team killing in hardcore is also an issue that will be changed. Now, one of the precedents of hardcore is of course a penalty for shooting other teammates, and they haven't gone into depth as to what the change is going to be on this. So what I suspect will occur is either shooting your teammates will result in damage being dealt to yourself instead, or a mixture of that and the one before where, for argument, might be able to kill your teammate twice, and then if you keep shooting them, any of your teammates on your team after the 2 kills you've got, it'll start damaging you instead. The level 50 cap with no more loot boxes being awarded appears to be a bug in the game. This is also going to be resolved in the patch, so it seems like the level 50 cap will be practically increased and you'll be able to earn loot boxes once again. As of right now, you sometimes would earn them for leveling up after 50, sometimes you wouldn't, but the number would never change. Post gunfight damage reports will also be fixed in the update, as the counter sometimes shows incorrect damage dealt. I've seen this quite often myself, where I'd get a few hit markers on somebody, only to be told I've dealt 0 damage or hits. So luckily once this rolls out, it'll be easier to call out how weak an opponent is to your teammates. An Australia server will also be coming shortly, meaning all your Aussie fans will now be able to play without any connection drops. And finally, and this is the one I'm most excited for now, devs have announced custom games will be coming shortly after the patch, so it won't roll out with this patch that's coming later this week, but it will be shortly after. So with this patch, they haven't announced a date, they just said it'll be coming later this week, so I'm presuming it's going to be Friday, for example, but that again, that's only speculation. Once these custom games come out, I'm going to be looking at doing gun guides. We'll be looking at recoil patterns, damages of guns, ranges, etc, things like that. So if you'd be interested in looking at that, make sure to hit the subscribe button for when they come out. We've also got a top 10 guns in Warface Breakout coming out soon. We're just working on getting clips on some of the others so that we got some background footage in play while I'm talking about each of the guns. So that's all that's been announced so far by devs to be coming later this week. Although no specific date has been set, but what are your thoughts? Is there anything you'd like to see added or changed in the game that you think the devs need to know about? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. But it's been your boy Red Panda, and I hope you have a very great day. How you gonna do that? How you gonna say you really wanna go? No, you really wanna play me. You don't really care, or you got a lot of man, though. So why you in my DMs trying to link me for some blow?